Hi, I'm Nathan Rutz from Rust Belt Riders Compost. I'll let you know a little bit about composting at home the easy way. I really like to use a wire mesh cage because they're really cheap. You can get 50 feet of wire mesh from Home Depot for about 50 bucks, and then you have enough to share with your friends. A great thing about wire mesh is it allows a lot of air through. You don't want an enclosed thing because that won't let enough air through. And you really need air to keep it aerobic and smelling okay. If you're worried about critters, you can stake it to the ground and put a tarp over top of it. And if you're worried about critters getting in the holes, you can line it with a smaller wire mesh like I've done on this one. So every time you come here to make a deposit of food scraps, you just take whatever bucket you use to collect your food scraps, dump it in, take another bucket and a bucket and a half of wood chips or leaves, shredded cardboard, shredded paper, can be even office shreds, and dump it right on top. You just got to make sure that your woody material is moist, and you always want to cover the food scraps with the woody material in those layers, and then you let it sit. And eventually you get some really nice stuff, and you don't have to do any turning. You just got to make sure you use some wood chips so that can incorporate airflow all throughout the pile without you having to do anything. If you're composting at home, what you can compost depends on your level of ambition. But for the low work home composter, I would do the same thing that we're taking at our community supported compost site. That's everything except meat, dairy, and oil. You can take paper towels, you can take paper napkins, you can take a little bit of grease. Some people get freaked out like, oh no, I sauteed this thing in these peppers in oil. Can I throw those in the compost? Yes, you absolutely can. What I'm saying not to do is not dump your bottle of grease or bacon fat right in your compost pile. Yes, you can put stuff that has a little bit of grease on it. Yes, you can put coffee grounds and filters in there. That's all awesome stuff. If you have any more questions, feel free to shoot us an email, info@rustbeltriders.com. So here we are at lovely scenic 5401 Hamilton Avenue, the former Osborne Wire Brush Factory, at our community supported compost drop point. So you come up to the door, you unlock the little lock, we'll give you the code, and then you come on in. You'll see these conveniently located compost bins. Take your bin, look at this one, it's nice and reusable. We also have a trash bin just in case you need it, but we hope you don't. And then you just dump it in the bin. You're done. Right now, we've got 2 drop-off locations for our community-supported compost here at Rust Belt Riders headquarters in the near east side. The other spot is at the Shaker Lakes Nature Center. We have another one coming soon at Lakewood Park, and then in September we're going to start picking up from houses, starting in Shaker Heights and then expanding as we get interest. You can sign up to show your interest to help bring us to your neighborhood sooner at rustbeltriders.com. Also, you can, if you're a member of the community supported compost, you get discounts on our Tilth soil products. Tilth soils are the potting soils that we make from the compost mixed with awesome horticultural ingredients to make your plants really happy. And so you can find that at tilthsoils.com. If you sign up with us, you'll get discounts on all of that good stuff. So I'm going to show you our Tilth soil products. This is what we call base, which is a really nice mulch for around trees and shrubs. This is a sift of our compost where we take out the wood chips, and this is the medium wood chips that are left over. Something I'm really happy about is you can often spot decomposing fungi in here. That's those white strands, so that's really cool. That means this stuff is good and alive. It'll be really good for slow release of nutrients and supporting the soil ecosystem around your perennial plants. This is Grow. This is what we recommend for filling raised beds. It's that are on soil. So if you're putting up a raised bed to help define your garden, this is a really nice layer of organic matter to add to your raised bed. It will provide a lot of nutrients. It's got compost, peat moss, coconut fibers, and some added trace minerals that your soil might not have. Lots of aeration, lots of drainage. It both holds water and sheds water the way that makes your plants happy. This is Sprout, our premium potting soil. It's made with finely sifted compost, peat moss, coconut fibers, and a host of different mineral amendments and nutrients to make this stuff really tasty for your young plants and potted plants. You can grow a plant all the way from seed to fruiting in this potting soil. And it's made right here in Cleveland from our compost. And for your information, the white things in here are not styrofoam, that's perlite, which is a popped rock. And we get our perlite from a perlite manufacturer in Ashtabula County.